Hello people, Aaron here and welcome to a brand new episode for the FMScout Tactics and Guide series. Now let's just say we're in the 85th minute and we are losing and we need to get ourselves a goal. I'm going to show you a tactic how to get you that goal that will get you the draw, or if you're in a cup competition and you need an away goal to get you through to the next round, this is how you get that goal. Now I'm saying that because you don't want to be doing this if you're already drawing a match, because it could backfire and you could end up losing the match. This tactic is for when you desperately need that goal to get a draw, or you're in a cup competition and you need that away goal to put you through. So this is how the tactic works. Now, we've got the flat back four, we've got the guy in the centre, and we've got five at the top. Reason it's set up like that is because the opposition team will have that goal and they'll want to try and keep hold of that lead. So they're going to have a structured defence, put every single player behind the ball and make it very hard for you to break them down. Now, they might have a flat back four, and then they'll have the other flat four there and maybe have a striker. And they might put another striker subbed off and put him in the flat back four, making it a flat back five. So with the five defenders, with the five midfielders and the striker at the top, you're going to find it very hard to break them down and you could end up losing the match. So this tactic will break that team down and hopefully put that ball into the back of the net. Now this is how it works. Now, with the mentality, we've got overload. You want every single player near the top of the pitch because you've got nothing to lose anyway. If the other team do score, which they probably won't, they're not going to attack. They're trying to keep hold of that lead, so you can afford to go to overload. You want the team shape to be fluid because you want to see quite a lot of movement. You want your wing backs to be going forward, so you need to have a bit of fluidity about that to get them going up to the pitch. And this is how the instructions are going to work as well. Now, with the tempo, you want it to be high and you want to take more risks. If you don't take risk, you're not going to get that goal. With the time wasting, you want that never. That would be counterproductive if you started wasting time, because that's just going to backfire and you're going to lose the match. So you never want to waste time. You want to do it in a rushed fashion. Now with the width, that's going to be balanced. Now with the defensive line, you want to push that up as high as you can. Now, like I said a minute ago, the other team will be sitting. Well, they put every single man behind the ball because they're already winning the game. They've got no reason to go and attack because they've got that goal and it looks like they're going to win the match. So there's no reason for them to attack. So you want your defence to push up to the halfway line to trap the opposition into their own half, making them force mistakes, and they'll just launch it forward. You can get the ball back and then try to attack them again. So that is why you want your defence line as high as possible. Now we're going to use the offside trap because you push so high up. Now, if they're closing down, you want that as high as you can because you don't want the opposition to have the ball. If the opposition have got the ball, they're going to waste time. They're going to work down the clock, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to get that ball back as quick as possible. Now, you want the goalkeeper to not be able to kick it short because he can just pass it to a defender. They can keep hold of the ball, and it's going to waste time. So you want to have all their defenders marked, so he has to boot it long, and you can just win the ball back and start your attack again. Now you want to use tighter marking for when you do lose the ball, again for the same reason, so they can't play football. Try and win the ball back so it doesn't waste time. You want to stay on your feet. You don't want to be sliding in and giving away free kicks, because if you do that, they're just going to take the piss. They're going to be stood over the ball for 20 seconds, just wasting time and getting the clock down as slow as possible. As fast as possible, should I say. With the passing, you want to clear the ball to the flanks, and you want to exploit the right and left flank as well. You want to pass into space because most players on the wing are pretty quick. So you want to pass it into space for them, because if you don't pass it into space, if you pass it to the feet, they've got to wait for the ball to come, and it's just going to take more time. If you pass it into space, by the time the ball's got to here, that player can just run forward, whip it into the box, and you're not going to waste any time doing that. Now with the dribbling, you want to run it in the defence. You want to cause havoc. You want to try and pull their players out of position, and running it in the defence will do that. And you want to run from positions as well. Now with the player roles and duties. Now we've got your sweeper keeper. The reason I've put it on sweeper keeper is because you've got your defensive line very high up the pitch. If they get the ball, they're just going to blast it long, try and get rid of the ball, waste a couple of seconds. With the sweeper keeper, he's going to hang about just about here. He can pick the ball up, give it to someone else a bit more creative, and you can launch your attack again. Now you've got your two wing backs on complete support. Now the reason being is because I've got two inside forwards on support as well. Now I keep mentioning this, the other team is going to be very highly structured and it's going to be very hard to break them down. Now if you have your two inside forwards cutting inside, Their two fullbacks are going to follow them because they'll be asked to mark them players. So when he cuts inside, the right back will follow him. When he cuts inside, the left back will follow him. When you've got your complete wing back, he can push forward. And because there's no one there, he's going to have a lot of space. He can look up when he gets the ball. He's got time to pick out his cross and he can whip the ball in with a better delivery because he's not under pressure from a right back or a left back, meaning the cross is going to be a lot better. So you've got your two complete wing backs who are going to supply the width when your inside forwards cut inside. Now you've got your two limited fullbacks on stop because we'll just read that out. Limited defender stopper. The main job of the limited defender is to stop the opposition attackers from playing and to clear the ball from danger when required. The aim is to win the ball without giving away a free kick. Again, if they get a free kick, they're going to waste time, and you don't want to be doing that. And get it cleared safely up the field in a no-nonsense manner. So that is the perfect role for your two centre-backs. They're not going to give away free kicks, so the other team can waste time, and they're going to get the ball forward as quick as possible. So that is the reason why I've got them two on limited defender stopper. Now you've got your roaming playmaker in the centre of the park. He's going to be floating around. He can come across here and help out your wingers and your fullbacks, and he's going to come across here and help this side as well. Or he'll drop a little deep if you haven't got the ball and you do end up losing it. And if you have got the ball, he'll push up a little bit forward as well. And roaming playmakers are usually got good passing attributes, good vision, and they can pick out that killer pass. Now the two inside forwards, they're going to both be on support. And the reason being is I just explained with the complete wing-back support, when they push forward, they're going to cut inside, giving your wing-backs a lot of space to whip the crosses in. And another reason is because they're going to come inside, and if the full-back does follow them, the centre-back might come across as well, and they might try and double up on him. Again, leaving a little bit of space here, and it'll leave a little bit of space here. Hopefully, that space will be enough for you to exploit, get that shot, and maybe get that goal. Now, if I put that on attack, inside forward attack, the inside forward will try and be a little bit of a hero. He'll pick the ball up. He'll try and take everybody on, get a shot. It might go over it. It might go wide. Again, the goalkeeper will be able to waste time with his goal kick, and it's just going to backfire on you, and it's just going to waste more time. So on support, he's not going to do them 30-yard screamers and give the ball away. He'll run with the ball when the time is right. He'll give it a pass, and hopefully he'll keep hold of the ball that way and hopefully get that shot. So that's just exactly the same on the left-hand side as well. Now, with these three players, we've got the two shadow strikers and we've got the false nine. Now, the reason I've chosen them two is because one of the centre-backs is going to mark your false nine. And if the false nine drops deep, which he will do, that's what false nines do, they drop a little bit deep, they like to get involved with the build-up play, that centre-back is then going to follow him. It could be the left centre-back or it could be the right centre-back. Now, whichever one does follow him, again, it's going to leave a space for your team to exploit. Now, if you've got that space, you've then got the two shadow strikers who can launch forward into that space. They're going to have a lot of time, they're going to have a lot of space, they can get the shot, and you might be able to get the goal. So if we just click on shadow striker, the shadow striker operates as the team main goal-scoring threat, usually coupled with a deep line forward. I've gone for the false nine. I think they come a little bit deeper than a deep line forward. The shadow striker aggressively pushes forward into the goal-scoring positions as the ball moves into the final third and looks to close down opposition defenders when out of possession. So again, if the goalkeeper does try and play it to a defender, and they try playing a bit of football to waste a bit of time, you've got the two shadow strikers who are going to put pressure on them. They're just going to launch it forward when there's a bit of pressure on them. Your goalkeeper, who's a sweeper keeper, can get it, launch it forward, and you can launch an attack again. So one more time, when he comes a little bit deep, he's going to bring a centre-back with him, leaving a gap. This shadow striker can get into that bit of space and have a shot. If it's this defender that's making the false nine, it's going to leave a gap there, and this shadow striker can go in and he can get the shot. So that is how the tactic and the player roles work. Now, with the set pieces, this is how I would set them up. Now, with the corners, I'd probably start setting up with corners maybe about the... Well, it's going to have to be after the 80th minute mark. If you do it before that, you could concede another goal, go 2-0 down, and you've just screwed up the match and you're going to lose anyway. I'd probably do it after 80 minutes because that is usually when the opposition team will start defending and just try and keep hold of the lead. Now, it doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're, I don't know, if you're Sunderland and you're playing someone like Manchester City, even with two teams like that where there's a massive difference in quality in teams, if you're Sunderland and you're playing against Manchester City, even if they're winning 1-0, they will go on the defensive and trying to keep hold of that lead. They might try and counter-attack you, but you've got to take that risk because you're losing anyway. Now, what I'll do is I try and put it on the penalty spot. Now, the reason I put it on the penalty spot is because I don't want to put it in the 6-yard box because the goalkeeper can just come and claim it. And if he claims it, he's going to take the piss. He's going to walk about with the ball for a bit and he's just going to waste a little bit of time. Put it on the 6-yard spot and it's going to be a lot harder for him. Now, if we have one of your players marking the goalkeeper and challenging him, trying to put him off, he's not going to be able to come and claim that ball. And hopefully one of your players can get their head on it, get a volley, and it's going to hit the back of the net. I'd put every single player in the box because that's a risk you've got to take. You're losing the match anyway. And I'd even put the goalkeeper up as well. Now, I'm not going to put a tactic file for you to download for this tactic because a lot of teams will have different sized players. Now, if I put one player there who is maybe 5'2" in this save, in your save, he might be 6'7". You don't want him there, you might want him here instead. So I'm going to leave that to you guys. If you want to copy this, just literally watch the video again, see how I've set it up and try and copy it because I don't want your players to be, having a 6'8" guy there, 6'9" guy there, and a 5'2" guy there. There'd be no point in that because it'll just be counterproductive. So it's up to you to get your taller guys around this centre bit here because that's where the ball's going. And I have one player there just in case their defenders or goalkeepers manages to clear it. He can get the ball, maybe give it the corner taker back who can get another opportunity to whip it into the box. Or if he sees the right pass, he can whip it into the box and hopefully he can get that shot or volley and get the goal. Now, I would leave one player back just in case you do lose that ball. Because they might launch a counter-attack or they might just blast it forward. If you've got no one here, then it's going to take a while for one of these players to get back, get the ball and get it back forward again. So I'd leave one player back just in case. Now, for the free kicks, works pretty similar. Everybody forward. You want your bigger players around the centre bit here because that's where the ball's going. You want a player to challenge the goalkeeper just so he can't come and claim it and waste time if he does claim it. And I'd send your goalkeeper up as well. Just like with the corners, I'd leave one player back just in case you do lose the ball or they launch it forward. He can come and get it and just launch it back up. So if I was losing 1-0 or I needed an away goal to put myself into the next round of a competition, that is exactly how I'd set them up. So if you do want to try and copy this tactic, do watch the video again. It will be going on the FMScout website. I think I might do a tactic file without the set pieces and let you guys do your own set pieces because it wouldn't work if I did the set pieces for you because let's just say my centre back there could be 6'5" and your centre back might be 6 foot, who's not as tall, but you might have a very tall striker who's bigger than him, so you might want to put him in different positions while the set pieces are being taken. That is completely up to you. So that is how to score a goal if you desperately need one to get the draw or to get a goal in a cup competition. That's exactly how I'd set them up. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it. If you want to leave a comment, do leave a comment. If you want to give us some feedback in the comment section, do feel free to do that. If you want to see more of this content, do hit the subscribe button. If you want to check out my own personal channel, there will be a link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.